Hey, Cancer. I don't own the rights to the beat, but I did a little project on BandLab. Shout out to the person who made that beat. It go hard. I fell in love with it. What up, Cancer? Okay, so here's your reading. So it's either stage fright, or you're nervous, or someone has stage fright that you know, or they're nervous. You might be their mentor. You might just be around people who might be a little afraid to do something, like make a move. You might be the type, you about to do what you got to do, they, sitting around. So here's your notes. Something about a year cycle of clarity. So what did you do the 17th of 2023 of the seventh month? The moon was in Cancer, new moon. Because ironically, it'll be on the 5th of this month, the 5th. So something about pleading the 5th could be significant, or something about five. Something about five. Maybe someone's gonna wear a shirt that day, got five on it, or you're gonna see a lot of fives that day. It's something about the star transforming into the Hierophant. So it's kind of like you done made the moves you already need to make. You had your star moments. Now it's time for you to sit, and others got to kind of listen to you, or somebody, you are a star that's going to have a kind of person who's they done the kind of niches that you are niching at, and you can finally get the kind of guidance you need. So it's something about the star to the Hierophant, or you're the star, or you're the Hierophant is one of them. Or you will meet a star and a Hierophant, and you are in your stages of like high priest, high priestess, something like that. So your loved ones are, it's something about your loved ones. A year of clarity about who is your loved ones. Something about not family, although some family members will be able to be identified as loved ones. So also something about due to trickery, and maybe they didn't catch on like you did. Something about the middle card. In the center we have moving on, have a good life. Someone is moving on and having a good life, or you have had done that, or somebody around you, or you're going to motivate people to do that. And then we have kiss all over me before you do it. Something about the Cinco de Mayo predictions for the fire signs. That's a playlist on my channel. Something about, yeah, that's me, everybody. I don't own the rights to that beat, but I did the project on BandLab. I have like 4 tracks so far. I'm gonna do a whole lot more. Sometimes tarot readings are cool, but I gotta find another way. For those who get it, very talented. Let's not stick to one thing. Let's kind of be versatile. You might be versatile. Eat more fruit and take witch hazel baths. Something about Libra in reverse. Something about Aries or Aquarius. Something about, when I say in reverse, it's something about them that kind of maybe you should watch a little closely, or this is who you got inspired from to be who you are today. We have force, unforceable, something about an unforceable task, because somebody try to make you do something you ain't got no business be doing. I own the right to this beat that y'all hear. So, yeah. Also, legs shaking could be significant. Somebody's nervous. Yeah, something about someone's nervous. Olarun Olakun, entertainment. Something about entertainment entrance. Something about a Libra again. And something about someone who knows how to actually read tarot could be significant. Instead of nickel and diamond, someone you should book a reading then. Because in general messages are just in general messages. So somebody mad as hell. I don't care, bitch. So now we got Earth sign Cinco de Mayo predictions. Something about now what was behind that card was $300. So maybe an Earth sign Cancer owes you $300 at least, or you're gonna get it from an Earth sign, or they have this in their heart space, their seventh house. Something about Shango or Chango. So Leo Aquarius. Something about protecting you because of other some kind of game stalking of tarot readings. It's like somebody trying to figure you out through tarot. People who do tarot, you might not do this or nothing like that. You just watch. You might watch every now and then, something like that. You may be a reader yourself. I don't know, or you just could read energy um, really well. Somebody is watching you through other readers, like to kind of get like being nosy, being nosy. Something about a message from your ancestors. Moses David Frederick is mine. So something about Moses. The 14th of July could be significant. His wife was Rena. So something about being in the arena. Yeah, something about being nervous or stage fright. It's something about having a moment to do what you got to do. This might happen around on a Cancer moon or a day. You know how every day has a moon sign set for that moon that will appear at night. It's something about paying attention to that. So something about go to the general and save some time. Somebody might have like insurance through the general, or something about if you have problems with companies and whatever, you need to go to the general instead of like if you're having trouble with the companies and their mediational disputes, go to the general. We have 15B US Code 12, evidence in contested cases. So yeah, something about you might have some evidence or some evidence is around that could clarify what we're talking about. Something about except as provided in this section, evidence in a contested case shall be taken in accordance with Article 3 of Chapter 150B of General Statutes. So the General Statutes of 8, subsection 3, 4, 7, 8 of 53, and then Title 8, U.S. Code 56, has something to do with this does not apply to communications or records concerning the physical, mental, or emotional condition of the complaint or victim if that condition is relevant to a claim for compensation. So, long story short, no legal advice, but I do have certain credentials where I like to do that kind of stuff. So anyway, yes, I work with my own civil matter cases. I'm a mediator. Um, got my real estate law certification. So don't be up here trying to nah. But I don't give legal advice, even though I can help in legal support. But that's up to you if you want to reach out for that. That is in the description box below if you have a matter that you would like to handle, you know, through mediation. I mean, I think mediators are great. especially for tarot land. We're going to need somebody to calm everybody down. Some people just don't want to explore that avenue. They feel like I'm right and you're wrong, but it's not going to solve too much issues. I mean, eventually somebody going to get in trouble then, right? And it could be a misunderstanding. We done seen it all the time where somebody gets in some mess where I think there could have been another way where nobody had to go through all that. So anyway, that's up to you. I don't know what you may need. Description box is open to you. Look around. So it's something about some evidence, and I think your ancestors are linked to this evidence when it comes to the concerningness that does not apply when it comes to communication or records of this concerning physical, mental, or emotional condition of the claimant or the victim. So someone could just be filing a claim for an elder. Um, yeah, something about insurance could be significant. Somebody go to the general say sometime. Yeah, somebody it's some kind of insurance that an elder, maybe they're deceased and you didn't know that they had like a mental problem because somebody could be using somebody you could be in tune with an ancestor who has been labeled of having a physical, mental, or emotional condition. And because of that, there's some other things that might come into play. So, long story short, Doctor DeGrewley Ray, Dr. Joy DeGrewley Ray, she said something about post-traumatic slave syndrome. Some of y'all, you might need to talk to somebody about that because people can get compensation for that, but you would have to like know if your ancestors have not only been labeled that or they was on a quote unquote plantation or it's like a process with that. So I don't know. Somebody could be able. So while somebody's watching you to get all these clues, but they don't know that you could possibly be compensated because something isn't actually your fault, especially if hi, especially if something is hereditary. They call it because it's fun. It was fun to say something was genetic until somebody found an avenue to open because the false it's just like in Christianity of biblicalness and I'm baptized. My father's a preacher. He's also a Mason. So we talking right knowledge and facts here. So what I'm getting at before we begin, somebody is wasting time trying to say there's something wrong with you when there's other things that have been contested when it comes to this evidence, but it does not, something doesn't apply to communication or records that may concern physical, mental, or emotional standpoints as far as a claimant will make or a victim because some kind of condition of it has to be relevant to the claim that is being asked for or compensated. Like I hope that makes sense. It has to make sense. That's just really it. So someone could be trying to say they're your cousin, and that's not true. They could have been trying to get you out the picture for some reason. Yeah, something about a serious charge, 514 predictions, or a trademark. Maybe some copywritten content could be significant. Somebody, yeah, somebody go to the general and save some time. It's something about you could possibly sue a company or some people that thought it was, well, they ain't got nothing to do with me. It's kind of like running from the fact. I guess they would say something isn't their fault. You might need to make a statement. Like you might be a little nervous to say something, or you might witness somebody being nervous to say something, but you need them to say it, or something like that. That happens. It's something like that. It got something to do with your ancestor though. So this is something that went on in the past that needs to be resolved like in this time. Somebody they got away with it last time. They can't I don't think it's gonna be so easy to get away with it again. Well, so something about I love our conversations. Some of y'all might give or honor your ancestors in some kind of way. Because that's in reverse. We got the word about. So whatever the conversations are about, it got something to do with a miscarriage. Something about, I don't know if this was an accident. Oh, this is something I made sweet. You can't find this nowhere. Um, Miscarriages. Oh, damn. You might have a baby killer around, or there's a baby killer on the loose. Somebody, this could be metaphoric for an idea that you have, and it's like, it's just as precious as a young baby. Something about I'm coming back to get the killers. That's in reverse because somebody took somebody's idea, but it's kind of like, was you talking to this person about it? This came out in reverse, so I don't know what that is. The word about came out with it. So something about a conversation that you love to have, or maybe a conversation that you would love to have with an ancestor who knows exactly what this is. Hey, look, somebody 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get that. If you've been wondering or wanting that, it seemed like you're about to have this conversation with a. It could be through your dream state. We got $250 in reverse, and then we got $300 in reverse. I don't like other people talking to you. I know they want you. Wait a minute. What's with the talking? And somebody don't. Okay, so your ancestor could be trying to protect you from a person who's trying to take ideas from you. We got air sign Cinco de Mayo predictions. Somebody might be an heir to something. Wow, we got in reverse sarcastic cops watching you. They acting like they care. They really don't. Or they're looking for a certain reason. It's just you're involved. This might be a family that knows they owe a descendant of someone who was like listed as an enslaved person or property basically, and they don't want to have to bear giving to somebody. So this might have something to do with being in court and somebody being nervous to say something. You might want to watch that movie Pinky. Pinky, I don't know if anybody heard of it. So something about Pinky and the brain. Somebody might be playing like they slow and they really know what they're doing when they talk to you. So this is including but not limited to the air sign Cinco de Mayo predictions. Something about sex is involved because we do have a child out here. So something might, like for example, let me give you an example. I went to the plantations of which I know my family has something to deal with and do with. Hi, hi. And I noticed they have this society for the daughters of the revolution. But they're saying Felix, this guy named Felix, doesn't have any children. But I've investigated and done enough research to know that might not be true. They just don't want certain people to be involved in the revolution of the Association for the Daughters of the Revolution, for example. So it's something like that. Yeah, and then you got this too in your reading. Moving on, having a good life. That was literally in your notes. Something about they're watching you, these sarcastic cops, move on and having a good life. Because first of all, one of them is fake flexing. They not even from where they said they from. So they lied on their job application to get a job, and they're not even from where they said, because 9 times out of 10 they have a, let's just say they got a record. And the reason, and I'm gonna stand firm in that because somebody want me to shut the fuck up. No, you shut the fuck up. Lying on an application. So and certain people need jobs, and you over here lying on the goddamn application. Nobody want to hear that shit in here. So what's this about? Why you in the reading? Like, so anyway, Somebody might have told them, look, if you don't do what you got to do and figure out what they're up to, we're going to snitch on you. We helped you. It's kind of like that bullshit. They better figure out what they. You could be the one that just loving and supportive and can help they ass. You might be the one to give them a new job. They over here messing with you. They probably don't. It's a mentality of, oh, I'm not a slave, but it's kind of like they feel like that about you. Like they don't want you to be their boss. It's something about boss moves and doing something. You might want an association of your own after this because something about your ancestor knows about that. It's something about that. I don't know. You might be a little afraid to say something, but not really. Others are afraid to say it. Like I talk to a few of my people about stuff like that, and it be the elders, and I think it's because of the trauma. It's not necessary that they're scared. They just don't want to deal with, because you got to understand they grew up around a different time that we did, and they already know they can act up. So a lot of them, it's not that they are afraid. So I guess if you get some compensation, open your own association, start your own thing, and give honor to that because you already know what that is. I mean, at the end of the day, if you already know that that's a fact, you can always do something on your own. I mean, especially if you try to get them to look into something, or you already was looking at something and maybe you want to do something on your own because you already know how that might turn out, and you just want to make sure people are good, because there is a baby killer. Somebody, your ancestor had a child, and they're in the reading somewhere for some reason. To a chalice. I love our conversations in reverse, verifying it with the to a chalice. It came out in reverse. So, and look at this. I got this ring on. So you might be talking to someone you thought liked you, and you like this, and or they like you or whatever. They might have been an informant. Sarcastic cops. They might be an informant. What up, UK? Now hold on. Let me see. Why your ancestor out here? The fool in reverse. They went on a journey. It was a journey. It's a road less traveled type energy up in here with one of them. Yeah, and they got with someone, whoever their partner was, and then we got the five of wands. They were just as stand firm, steadfast. Something about they're one. It might be a certain song they like. Why is evidence 15B? Let me see. Let me see. Why is 15B? Oh damn! U.S. Code 12. Evidence in contested cases, three of swords. Yeah, something about this is a heartbreaking. This is some heartbreaking evidence, or this is something that you might want to sit down for this. Something about music or whatever you be hearing. It kind of, you already are. You're spiritually, you're getting prepared for this because you kind of already know where it might be hitting at. Look, the star in reverse. It was meant to break you where you couldn't be who you are. Cause they already knew what was gonna happen with you. Damn, this just flew out in reverse though. So, be careful making certain decisions. They could possibly use some kind of evidence against you. So let's say you did send something to somebody and they thought it was offensive. They done got that looked into, and they're it's like somebody, they either used it to blackmail you or they're going to, or they cannot use it because something about it, they couldn't argue a claim. It's either that or that. Yeah, something about they went talking and negotiated and whatnot. They might have done something on a specific time frame with this moon out. That's your energy, Cancer, the moon. Yeah, Five of Pentacles in reverse. They might have blackmailed someone. Yeah, they might have. That might be the one. Title 14, U.S. Code 118. So something about Title 66, U.S. Code 118. That's about entertainment. So this is why I picked up in your notes something about entertainment. Then Olaruna Lakun, entertainment entrance. Something about this is not the fuck funny. Like this ain't funny. Like they thought it was. Because all that blackmailing and saying you was impulsive or whatever the hell was going on. Y'all know what the hell was going on more than me. But somebody, I'm gonna break it down again. It's either they saying they blackmailed you and they showed some evidence saying this is why. And I guess the whole city, town, or somebody affirmed it. Like, yeah, let's put them on the list. Title 14 U.S. Code 118 of North Carolina talks about blackmailing. So maybe something about took your words offensive. Maybe this is what is going to break your heart, or something about they're going to try to make a CBD case, cardiovascular disease, a CBD case about that. Or there might be a case about some kind of blackmailing problem, because you're gonna find out that as you are trying to figure out what else the problem was when it. But this happened. The issue of what I'm talking about before we got there, all of this happened before the letter or whatever you did. Something about Scorpio's roasted evaluation. I'm gonna try to remember to put the link in the description box. Because sometimes I'll be forgetting. Let me write that down right quick. Because they got something about, they literally got Title 14 U.S. Code 118. So something about Title 66 U.S. Code 118. Somebody, you're going to try to use, oh, someone smart as hell. Anyway, yeah, Scorpio roasted evaluation. Somebody, okay, so something about an evaluation. Somebody's gonna try to say somebody's cray, but no, you're just a mad genius. Somebody has nightmares about a third party. That might be what that Three of Swords is, because somebody knows somebody's trying to put them in some kind of contract. It sounds like they're gonna say it's entertainment, but something about it is very serious. It sounds fucked up. Maybe y'all should be careful about signing deals and accepting offers. This might be why this money is in reverse. $300 in reverse, $250 in reverse. Now, if you're doing work on your own, okay, cool. But somebody else, King of Swords at the bottom, I wouldn't do that. Something about, I don't know if they're going to tell you everything. You know, sword stands for truth and words. So what's this $250 anyway? What? Damn. Commerce. Look at the Queen of Wands at the bottom. It's been determined, even though they don't want to say it, and judgment is in reverse. So it's been determined 9 times out of 10. Something about commerce. Like, you know, you might use your vehicle for certain things or something like that. And we got the justice card out. It's something about what's owed to you. Somebody might be trying to say you don't deserve something, or you're gonna get some kind of $250. You might not see it coming though. I mean, at least you're not in judgment for it. I mean, the justice was upright with the chariot. Wow. Yeah, Five of Pentacles again because they know they shouldn't have. We just had this and this was out. Like it just flew out. So somebody knows they shouldn't have done that. So it could be like help given help from others who got treated the same way. Something about the Nine of Pentacles or the Nine of Swords, 5 and 4. So 4 of Swords in reverse. That could be somebody. This might be some shit. Like, do your family got like pool somewhere? Is somebody like a mason or something like that? Anyway, you're not in judgment though. This seems like they can't judge you because they get it. Oh, King confirmation. Because they know about this little conversation right here. They just, they couldn't tell you about it. I mean, you know how that shit goes. That's the truth, Ace of Swords. They just couldn't tell you about it. Mm. So I guess say give them opportunity to say something because they gonna tell you what you need to know, and you gonna be able to break some kind of cycle here. Okay, miscarriage. What is the miscarriage? Saw the Ace of Pentacles. Something about they had their hands all on this baby. Ace of Pentacles. This has a bunch of hands. Oh my God. What's with the sevens and the eights? 8 of Chalice with the 7 of Swords. Somebody regrets walking away from somebody. It's like, did someone get pregnant and someone walk out on somebody in your lineage, or this happened to you, or something like that, or the reason why you don't want children or you don't have kids is because of people and their lack of accountability according to their responsibility. It's one of them, or something like that. But somebody walking away, 8 of Chalice with the 7 of Swords. When it comes to a miscarriage, coming back to get the killers. What the hell? Is the child all grown up and I mean, we get spiritual stuff, a lot of us, but is this child all grown up now? Something about Rugrats, all grown up. Ace of Wands is in reverse. This is something about that song Adele. I was just a child, didn't get a chance. Yo, look at that 3 of Chalice. Somebody probably don't know who the person, whoever is. They would say father. Or that was what it was early. It was so early that because of whatever else was going on in the situation, it looked like a couple of there might have been some cheating going on in with the ancestors that was together in your lineage. Because somebody maybe they accused him of sleeping with a friend, and perhaps they did not. Because this is in reverse, or this is what that was. You know how that is. I don't know if that's ever going to get figured out, but we're talking about it. Somebody might have felt like somebody walked away and left them with a lot of children. So this miscarriage don't have to be a baby dying. This could be someone who miscarried they baby, they love her, my honey, my boo boo. Cause NASA of Hebrewism and language, that means to marry or to carry. So a lot of times it's not dealing with a baby. Somebody probably married someone to keep things, you know what I'm saying? And they still was walking away doing what they do outside. And somebody, they took care of them. House, car, you know how that goes. Somebody in your family might have been a mason, or they're very old school. They're very churchy, or they just have certain traditions. They feel like it's okay to do stuff like that. What's the word about? Why is that in there? You might need to, this might be a couple of things that you're going to discuss with like an attorney to best represent you. Or you're going to need to tell something to someone according to like, if you got to do case mediation, you still need to explain what the problem is. So maybe you need to get with somebody to help you out with how to deliver something, because a lot of you in the cancer read sounds like you know what you're talking about, but there's a lot going on. We got the Queen of Chalice out here. Something about they know what it's all about. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Something about that's what it's all about. Queen of Chalice. Something about they know what it's about. Okay. Oh, there go the Hierophant with the Queen of Swords. Oh, damn. Remember I said the star, we had that in reverse, but it didn't come out. It was at the top of the deck. Somebody was trying to break a star's heart. I told it was back here at this point. So here's the Hierophant with the Queen of Swords. Something about the 17th of last year was the new moon in Cancer, and the new moon in Cancer is on the 5th. Somebody, we got a Queen of Chalice, and then the Queen of Swords come out with the Hierophant. Something about what the hell is this about? We got like major shit going on right here. We got a lot of this might be family. It's just everybody got their little standpoint. This could be an elder. Oh Lord. Well, I mean, but it's upright, so I think everybody gonna be on one accord. They just have their own whatever's going on there. It might be because of a yeah, it might be because of something about an ancestor and some secret stuff, and a group of people just don't want to share with this family and this right because they are still family. It's like it's that bullshit. But the family who honest to God, even though some of y'all might not think this is hitting on shit, um, this this family right here, these people have different viewpoints, but they're gonna stand together. Something about the elder there, right here, and it's dealing with if it wasn't for some young people listening to an elder's stories and taking heed and going out to show and prove that it might be these two right here. They just went on their separate journeys. It could be these two younger whatever individuals in the family, and they always listen to this elder in the family, where they was asking them questions about like family ties and whatever. It might have been what that was about. So this is what came to realization. Whether you believe it or not, something about it is true. Look at that. Damn, the Knave of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody was taking notes while they was talking too. I think they both were. It's just they have their own perspective. You know, somebody they might have the words. You know, they know how to do things, file things, whatever. And then the other one, they can give clarity in a like emotional, distressful situation. Because it sounds like people gonna be in their feelings because it got something to do with money and assets. Mm-hmm. Pinnacle with the Ace of Swords. It's funny how the Queen of Swords come out. Yeah, they both got their own truth in their own way. It's best of working together instead of against. Yep. Sun clarifying this $300 in reverse. Remember I was saying when this came out, somebody work with somebody. Like it might be a little difficult, but it could be very much worth it if that makes sense. Because you something about the moving on is not going to be so easy if you do it alone. But you need to make sure you do it with certain individuals. Like look at that Ace of Swords. Yeah, something about mark my words somewhere. So a lot of this is it's like hidden factors. And you see this alligator, some say crocodile. Um, so maybe somebody, you don't know if that's an alligator or crocodile, but me neither. I think a crocodile. So it's children involved. There's like a plantation with a list of kids on it. It's all kind of shit up in here. Somebody, it's a list with kids on it. Maybe a child is not on a deed, a trust. Maybe, but they should have been. Maybe somebody doesn't have this last name, but this they do, they don't, but they still family. But the deed says the persons who bear the last name, blah blah blah. Whatever that is, that's their argument of standpoint to argue that they don't have to share. But there's a blood tie. There was disrespect. Something about the sharecropping deal, and somebody knows what they're talking about. So yeah, somebody researched very well. Like at the end of the day, if there's evidence, because there's evidence, somebody could have been trying to blackmail someone because they know this evidence was gonna come whoop their ass. And now they don't. They might have fucked around and got their ass whooped by this evidence itself. You know, you didn't have to do anything. Yeah, they had a hand in everything. And what you didn't know, it was about this money. Crazy part, y'all some go getters, y'all whole family. Like ain't nobody studying this shit they got because they have been trying to mooch off of y'all secretly for years. King confirmation, sitting around getting ideas and thinking. They still do the shit to this day. They're not authentic. Four Pentacles in reverse, and they give, but it ain't how much they should give. Let's just say y'all not gonna make a big deal out of it because y'all get up and get it yourself. So they might try to use that. Oh, y'all are lazy. You want a handout. See with the Ace of Pentacles and the hands, you want a handout, and y'all come from a family where no, y'all get up off y'all ass. What is so? They're the ones expecting the handout. Lovers is in reverse. I don't like other people talking to you. I know they want you. Like, yo, this is crazy. So there is someone who like you. It might be someone of that family. Ain't that weird? Because something about like how the old days used to go. Somebody, I guess it's frowned upon to have a certain kind of relationship. Tower in reverse. This is just a no. Maybe somebody has always kept their eye on you, and or they always kept some about their one of their elders kept their eye on you. One of your elders was always, and it's just it kept happening over time because it's something about a child. I think what happened was 9 times out of 10. Then, if that's true, somebody when they was on the plantation sharecropping, whatever, somebody had sex with one of the elders, and this is what that conversation was about. It might have been some stories, passed down. Somebody, one of their people, then had sex with your what's it call it, and it caused a tower in reverse. Like this is like, see how there's two people, there's two lineages and whatever. So it kind of cut through the barrier of whomever the man that would say they love that woman versus the man who just want that woman. And maybe this is why a child is not here. So going back to what I'm trying to make it make sense for someone. Going back to what I was giving you the tea about my family and little things I found out. An ancestor that it seemed, because it's been pulling at me that I think this person either had sex with an ancestor of mine and the baby was just never born because somebody killed the baby because they didn't want the blood ties to be connected. They was trying to keep keep it in the family. That bullshit. It just, that's what it sounds like. So in this situation, probably the trickling genetical reason of, they would say, mental and emotional conditions. You know, when people get diagnosis and whatever, because we love to say something's genetic, but we don't want to talk about these kinds of things. Where somebody basically, because of, if a person on the other side of the fence, they would call it, no disrespect, likes you, and you might not find them interesting, it sounds like they're trying to find a way to fix something from the past as well. They're trying to allow so and so to talk to you and all this shit, so they don't have to go through the embarrassment of what actually happened with one of their ancestors who, quote unquote, according to your ancestor at that time, had relations with, but didn't want the baby because obviously it would be a problem. Remember color purple? It will kill your mama. So you know how sometimes stuff will happen, right? But the child is taken, it might have been taken away, ate a chalice, and they went somewhere else and gave the baby to somebody else. Y'all, yo, this is why a lot of people be trying to figure out, well, who's my auntie? This is not my aunt, even though they said that was my aunt, or some shit like that. And then they fuck around and find out that so and so is their aunt, or something like that, if y'all catch my drift. And now they don't want to talk about it. Oh, we're gonna fix it. They've been watching King of Chalice. We just had that upright. We heard it, and they've been watching because they trying to get they groomed so and so to come in and dun, da, 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 act like your Prince Charming, the reverse Cinderella story. Even though they locked your ancestor upstairs in a room, they ain't tell you that. They're not gonna that. It's not their fault though, but you should know. It kind of will help you of why a group of people feel compelled that stories like Lion King, Cinderella, Tiana with the Princess and the Frog, all of that stuff. Why we like to use those movies, like Secrets of the Nim. That is a NIM, NIHM. That is an acronym for the National Institution for Mental Health. But it's a movie and it won a Saturn Award. Yeah, you want to fuck up my video? Don't nobody care. They glitching my video. Anyway, so I guess that's their way of fixing it, huh? Oh, we just gonna allow so and so to go over there. We know what they're needing. They want love. They probably done took a baby from you. Whoever you are you a divine feminine? They went in your house and fucked your family up, and now you over here acting very masculine. Mm-hmm. And somebody else over there, they can sit on their ass, or they want to look at you like, well, that's not my problem. But you would have never done what they did to them. Like you would have never done them the way they're doing you. But see, the court is responsible for that. Something about some paperwork and some evidence not even written correctly. But this is their way of fixing it. They want to send so and so, and y'all gonna have a relationship, but it still shows disrespect. It's still just, you might like them. I'm not saying, hey, whatever. Do you get my point of why I'm telling you this? Some of y'all, we need to let go and forgive it. Yeah, but the truth still fucking matters, because we got some people that are spiritually aware that some ancestors is pissed the fuck off. They deserve their truth to be spoken. It's just like somebody who died, for example, and nobody knows why it happened. And then we find out years later that's because somebody didn't want them saying something or whatever, so they had to fucking die. Their fucking story matters. You just mad because your ass, you being caught and your ancestors full of shit. Now, see how they want to come in? You need braces. Your ass, you gonna fuck around and need braces if you was in my peripheral. Oh, now I need to go get charges. You need to go get some charges. I need to get braces. Well, you need to go get some charges. Next, I think I know what I need. See how they coming up in here, Cancer? They mad. Who gives a goddamn? I don't give a fuck, bitch. You mad? You upset? Cause your monkey ass was banana slipping this time? Is that our fucking fault? No. And you want to send somebody to try to mend it? You mad cause I told that's what you doing? Or that's your plan? And I would say it's up to y'all whether you want the person. I'm not even saying you don't see a silver lining. Hey, that's on you. But I'm going to tell you right now, your ancestors going to kick your ass because it's kind of like this. You can love them and be with them if you want to. Can you fix the problems that they had going on? Because that's not fair. Their story matters. They're dead. They can't even say. You don't think that's why a lot of the reasons why they even had what they had? Nobody wants to write a book about whatever their life was like. But y'all want to tell somebody go read the Bible quickly. A lot of y'all being baptized as well, grew up on it. So don't come in here with your bullshit. You're just mad because we overstand it on an inner standing, outer standing perspective. We're no longer understanding it under your authority. And that's not our fault right there. It also helps your bloodline. So I don't even understand what the argument really is. Because you lied to them. A lot of them mad at y'all. It's not just a one-side thing. Oh, you're racist. You're talking about, well, a lot of shit has something to do with it, even though a lot of us don't like talking about it. Not too big on talking about race and all that shit. Not really. This is just so happen to be what it could be pertaining to. Like someone could get in trouble for defamation of character pertaining to their race. While y'all over mad, that is a law. Do I care about how the fuck you feel, Bubble Guppy? No. With your bubble guppy ass. Don't nobody care. Because if you're going to make something right and if they going to be together, really, that's not the argument. You're using it. You're probably going to use it as a figmentation of trying to get around what I'm truly trying to say. Other people hear loud and clear what the fuck I'm saying. You're the only bubble guppy ass who would probably try to use it as a way to say I'm doing. Bitch, don't nobody care. I need braces. Well, I'm going to need you to go pay for them. Maybe then I can have them. Just don't, so it's a group of us, just it's always our fault, right? You need to pull yourself from your bootstraps. We've been doing it and you still don't like it. There's too much. Oh, don't let me get to talking up in here. Cause this is just a pick. This is like bench warmer shit. This ain't even really hitting. I got some shit for you. I just ain't. Sometimes y'all need to hush and just take that damn blow. Y'all crying and boo-hooing. Don't nobody want to hear that shit now. Ain't nobody got time to hear this shit. So we gonna give you your angel messages, Cancer. They ain't here with the bullshit. Some of y'all don't look like me, and you get exactly what I'm saying. Because it's really about making peace. I mean, a lot of shit, you never know that with the money in reverse, you jackasses that want to pull that card with me. Really, I don't give a fuck what card you pull. The reparation they was asking for, if that's where you're getting at. Oh, they want to hand out all that shit. They probably was just asking for respect. Leave them alone. Stop stalking them. Stop lusting after their people and whatever. Because half of them don't even like y'all. Like, they respect you. They don't want to sleep with you. Stop forcing people to do shit they don't want to do. First of all, stop divinely orchestrating something where it seems like that's my knight in shining armor. That's not over here constructing shit and then something just falls and lands on somebody's doorstep. You got to be fucking kidding me. You got the hell no. Go sit down. Go sit down. Don't nobody care. Your angel messages, Cancer, is plant yourself here. Integration, embodiment, grounded action. Someone could be like an immigrant, or they have that in their family. It's something about what I was saying with that 8 of Chalice and the 7 of Swords with the this right here in reverse. Ain't no telling. I mean, you got to book a reading and then you got to talk to me and tell me stuff. I wouldn't recommend it on live. The services are below. Um, yeah, so a child got taken away and placed in like a foreign country. Like a child wasn't supposed to be born by some kind of act that your ancestor had to endure due to a person that wasn't supposed to be messing with the damn person. You know that shit. So what they decided to do was take the child and give the child to someone else. This is how they did their breeding and all, all that good shit that we heard about. It's like giving a child a chance, but not giving the person a chance to have a chance with the child. So this is why a lot of times in spirituality, especially with the energy of energies and how people are in tune, they will cry and think somebody is their mother, father. It's like an overbearing of an emotional standpoint. I don't know if anybody ever been through that. I have before. She's a Taurus. This is probably why another Taurus is cloak. She probably trying to cloak that same Taurus's energy. What up, Portia? You got another Taurus trying to be like you. I swear to God. I was like, because sometimes we don't agree with what people say, but sometimes y'all, they be talking some real shit. Like, I don't know if they ready. you know? So release the petals is in reverse with Mother Rose. Transformation, death, and rebirth, shedding and change. Something about this is metaphoric, not literal. Something about that's like metaphoric. It comes out with Mother Rose. Yeah, somebody might have had an experience like, oh my God, you're my mother. Like people who do EFI, accept that kind of stuff. She jumped out of our 3-story apartment and broke her heel. Okay. Anyway, anybody worrying about that Achilles heel black magic shit you just said. So anyway, um, get them, Lord. They over here talking shit, trying to be funny. So anyway, and I know someone who fell from a 3-story building. So it's kind of funny you say that. Why y'all watching us like that? I just want to ask a question. Or you didn't know I knew that? Or how are you making that a connection? Don't worry about it. Fuck around and get sued spiritually. So anyway, the Mother Rose, returning to each other, compassion and humanity. Yeah, you gonna have a moment like, oh my God, and some tears might be shed. Creativity, ideas, inspiration, artist, writer, and channel, Cancer. Something about whispers of Mother Rose. So a lot of y'all are getting signs and synchronicities, even though you have a mother. Something about healing the mother line has something to do with compassion and returning to each other. Maybe it's some kind of notion that somebody is ready to get their hand of Ifa or get within the Santeria practices, because Ifa and Santeria is different. Because some of y'all, you might be called to do something else. Like they are different. Ifa is literally of the Yoruba practices, and Santeria is more of the Caribbean, Olmec, Mayan, Aztecian perspectives. Especially when you talk about what slave trade, that is of the Arabian slave trade, and the Yoruba practices of Ifa, that's more the transatlantic. I mean, they would say they kind of correlate, but there is a difference because they're not the same situations. So anyway, the reunion is in reverse with soul recognition, collaboration, partnership, and friendship. Yeah, you might. This has something to do with being reunited with somebody, something, maybe someone's identity restored. They can actually know, wow, this is what it is, and I'm not. It's actual factual. Like you can feel it, you know it, and it's actual documentation. Temple of the Rose, ancient power, expression, activation, and scarlet codes is in reverse. Some of y'all, you probably decoded this already yourself, and this is just what it's boiling down to. But it has something to do with someone's creativity. Somebody probably wants it, or what they gonna do to keep it in the family. They gonna send so and so. So I'm just gonna say if you gonna move on and all that, I'm not saying not to. I'm not saying don't be with them. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you got to get that shit right with your ancestors, or your ancestors. All this shit that keep going on, it's not gonna get straight. You forever gonna stay in a loop. A lot of y'all think moving on and doing a certain thing done and it's over and we ain't got to worry about it, and then you become big headed, just like them people who say stupid shit like that. Whether you look like you shade skin or you some other shade, I don't give a fuck. That's the problem. You need to fix it. So then other people, you won't. First of all, this is a way to keep a certain group of people down and in a mentality so that other people feel superior anyway, regardless if they want to say gender and all that stuff, it doesn't matter. Oh well, age and all that stuff, that's just them excuses, but there's still a problem. It doesn't matter to people like you who say it, or it only matters when a certain thing comes up. Please save the fucking bullshit for somebody who's going to listen, because I'm not the one. Thank you. So, Cancer, I hope that helps. And I'll see y'all next time. I don't give a fuck about what nobody's saying. You had, obviously, you better not give a fuck about what they're going to say either. If that's that's what you want, yeah. So, what we going to do is leave. And my sexy ass, because somebody daddy want to fuck anyway, probably mad. Your mama too, probably. So we gonna leave, and y'all, the description box is open. You need me, you need me. You don't, you don't. I'm only doing Pisces and Leo today. So if I feel compelled to pop up here with a message, I will. And if I don't, I don't. So I don't solicit people for readings. Take what resonates, leave what does not. And then also make sure you watch tarot responsibly and stop being a crazy bat, just like a crazy person with a Bible in their hand and they need to go sit down somewhere. I mean, hey, you can get crazy on anything, right? Because it's about self-control. I do tarot, but do you see me out here trying to hurt somebody? Please give me a lie detector test, because a lot of y'all niggas ain't passing anyway. I'm not really worrying about it. It's your bubble guppy ass who's going to have to worry about it, not me. Direct your anger and your frustrations who it needs to be directed to, because half of the time it's your damn self. All right. Need me, you need me, you don't, you don't. Closing out the energy. See you, Cancer.